I kind of want to do a talk about the show and about other the games that wasn't announced. And I'll start off with saying yes, my cousin is correct. I don't know who are in charge for the framing and all the dialogue and all the people, but some of it I just be like, none of these mofos was needed. Okay, none of these mofos was needed. They could have just had a person say some shit about the game and then have the fucking gameplay and all that play out, and we didn't have to cut back and forth between people. And that was one of the things about the showcase. Another thing, it was only 4 games, and really we already knew about Forza from the Japanese showcase, and I'm so 3 games. Bro, you could have just had a Fable and Reincarnation game at the game show awards and not did this. And it probably I don't know, I felt like it probably would have got more views, but you know, Xbox being Xbox, they feel like they're special. I get it, whatever. I just want to say this though. We didn't hear anything about Gears of War's E-Day, and bitch, I'm scared. I'm very concerned. Why wasn't Gears of War part of this development showcase? And people can probably be like, well, because it's not coming out this year. Okay, but still, a lot of people speculated so much for the showcase. People was out here talking about Elder Scrolls is going to be announced as the one more thing. Nothing.
Lies and slander. Lying to themselves. I don't know why they did that.
And you know, for one more thing, I don't think it was crazy to think that Gears of War would be a one more thing. Like, and so where is that game at? And there was a lot of other games that I saw in the comment section of the showcase that a lot of people were asking about, and it was a lot of Elder Scrolls. People are holding on to. Hey, that's an example right there that mofos don't lose interest over years, because motherfuckers are still asking about that Elder Scrolls. So I kind of do want to talk about that aspects of the show. What are some games that you thought should have been a part of the show, even if they didn't, if the games are not supposed to come out this year? Because having a showcase for 4 games, that's probably why we got so much unnecessary talking for devs and because they needed to fill the time for an hour show. What do you think about that?
This could have been done better. I think this was more of a attention grabber and kind of maybe I'll say this. It feels like they were trying to set the pace for the year, try to get the best foot forward. But in doing so, it was just, I don't know, lackluster. The one from last year, I could be wrong. I remember it being like 6 games.
Yeah, it was.
I could be wrong.
More games.
Yeah.
It was more games.
Yeah. And even if E-Day is not to arrive this year, where is just something of it? Where's Gears E-Day? Where's State of Decay 3? Where's so much of the shit Xbox has been cooking on? So you have Fable, State of Decay 3. It's another game that they have like been, Elder Scrolls 6, and I can't think of another one, that they have been cooking for a long time. Long time. Now, it's recently that Bethesda came out and admitted, yeah, they shouldn't have said it and then showed it off and announced it when they did. And they did it as a cheap shot just so that motherfuckers won't say nothing to them about it. But we're going on 8 years. 8 years of waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. We're going on maybe 6 years of some change for Fable. Even if it's not coming out, hey, say something. Let your fans know, hey, we ain't forgot about you and or these games. I remember hearing a rumor that Gears of War Reloaded was a test to see how relevant Gears would be on the PlayStation market and just Xbox as a whole as they were preparing Gears E-Day. And I was like, well, that's dumb. We all know Xbox fans love it and get it. But, you know, the PlayStation people, yeah, they'll play the story. I don't know about the multiplayer. My whole thing was Gears is a household name. If you, if you build it, they will come. You put it out, they will buy it. I don't know
like
anyone who turns down a
lesser tier Halo. You know, it's just a lesser tier Halo.
And then it's a co-op bro dude shooter. From an era that's bygone now. Where's that at? You all have cast aside the thought of a Gears 6 the way Gears 5 ended, which was stupid. And you all have like, all right, we're gonna double back. We're gonna go which they should have done a long time ago. And from the trailer, it looked like they were going back to their roots of dark shooting combat, gore and everything. I mean, he blew his head off. All right, awesome. Where is any type of news, an update? State of Decay 3 was announced in 2020, 2 years after 2 came out. And I believe that only had just 2 trailers, and we've got nothing from it. Xbox needs to do a little bit more with their scheduling and how they're showing off this stuff. You have Summer Games Fest, Gamescom for the summer. In the fall, you have Tokyo Game Show. And at the end of the year, you have the Game Award. Microsoft could have set this up. Hey, just as those other players hit other key pieces of the year, we start the year off here at Xbox by showing you what we're working on. And here's what we got. Hitter at the hitter at the hitter. Even if it's the small stuff like the kiln, like you said, there's an audience for it. People love what Double Fine does. 4 games for an hour, 45 of those minutes were people talking of that hour for each damn game. To me, as a consumer, it's not cutting it. Hell,
Mhm.
one of the games we already knew of. We already knew of Forza Horizon 6, the Game Awards, like you said. So you were just showing off gameplay, but yet again, if you've never played a Horizon game, that would be appealing to you, catch you off guard. If you have, you're looking at it and be like, yo, as far as I know, that could be Forza Horizon 5 you showing me. The UI look completely the fucking same. All thing you gotta do is just make sure it's a track they ain't never seen before. Microsoft Xbox means to really show out their competitors, even though they don't look at them like that, and they're going the whole third-party publisher. They can really show out louder than PlayStation, especially Nintendo. It's like they just, oh, well, here you go. This could have been huge. Could have showed off the 3 games. That kiln, hey man, that could have been the last thing at the Game Awards. Be honest with you, rather than High Guard. And then when they did this, they were like, "Hey, we got an extra segment for you guys. These games may not necessarily come out this year, but we want to give you a developer update on them. This is what we're working with here. Showing off a few things, few 5 minutes, and move on to the next one. That would have set the tone for the whole year. When summer comes around and people reminisce about E3 and Summer Games Fest starts up, they'll be like, "Oh man, I wonder if there'll be another update on so and so." That's like 6 months. And then you keep that momentum rolling, but it's like sometimes they're like, "Hey, well, just hand them this." This reads with those reports how I don't think we reported on it. Actually, we didn't. But I remember reading they were saying there was no Xbox rewind or wrap up of 25 because it wasn't in the budget. And I remember reading it like, wait, what?
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 That don't even make
What,
sense.
what fuck? From the $4 trillion corporation? And it just goes to show you that they're really nickel and diming everything to make sure they get, the profit margins and the numbers hit. But you are setting the tone for your brand for the year. You can at least come out of your pocketbook a little bit more than that. Now, what we have were shown, I'll give them credit. Hey, at least there was gameplay footage of some kind for each individual thing, and not just straight trailers. I give them that. Because the Fable shit, if that would have been that trailer shit again, like the last time they showed it off, just CGI work and the dude talking to a camera like a weird kind of the office fucking thing, I've been like, man, fuck this. They didn't. So how they could do better, like I said, they could have shown a little more updates. For Christ's sake, hell, they could have gave an update on Grounded too. That's still in game preview. Showing like, hey, what we got plans for this? I know people, that game hasn't on this because my son and his friends spent hours playing that game, making their bases, ransacking those insects and having fun. That is Microsoft's little, I won't say it's their answer to, I won't go there, but oh shit, well, I was gonna say Minecraft, but they also own Minecraft. But that's their own little in-house ecosystem that they feed and cater to that younger demographic. And then even the olders who love that and play that, because I played that with him a few times. You running around expiring insects, building bases, weapons, one after more. They could have gave an update on that, like, hey, we're moving to another phase of the game preview, and we're gonna add this soon, and have so going on. There's so much they could have addressed that could have quelled the concerns of the lovers of their brand, and we just got this for it. Which, like I said before, each one is tackling a quarter of the year. But come on, Xbox. I mean, we all know how things have shifted at that company, their outlook on everything, but they're still a corporation. You all love money. You spend it to make it. That's all I got, though.
Yeah, yeah. So I just think the showcase should have been more than 4 games. Like, yeah, where the fuck was Gears of War? What was State of Decay? Hell, I'll even let the Elder Scroll people get one. Like, hey, can we get a teaser now for Elder Scroll? So it's so many other games that people were looking forward to, and we kind of just just got a showcase of 4 games, and 2 of them we really already knew about. We just more answers to our questions for. I felt like the showcase was kinda empty, kinda like, "Why did I spend an hour listening to these people talk?" Like, this could have been a somebody commented under the showcase and said, "This could have been put out in the email," and I felt that. Like, yes, like, this did not really deserve to be a whole thing by itself. Like, it just felt empty, and who knows? Maybe they did have more stuff, but they scrapped it at the last minute for X, Y, and Z. You know, anything is possible, but I just felt like this was kinda empty. You know, the only thing that most people really cared about was Fable, and that's the furthest, game out of everything they announced, and, you know, I just think they coulda said and talked about more, even if it wasn't a full trailer. You could've just been like, "Hey, we're still here, guys. State of the Gate 2, 3, Gears of War E-Day, and a whole bunch of other stuff." But let me know down in the comments down below, was there some games you thought they shoulda announced or at least touched on or talk about and brung up and reminded people, "Hey, we're still here"? Let us know down in the comments down below. But that's a wrap for recapping the 2026 Xbox Developer Direct. Jesus, that's a mouthful. Like I said, let us know on any of the topics we talked about, how you feel, what you think. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know down in the comments down below. But wrap.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?